No, I haven't, not yet. I will try. I'll look at it after live. Hey, Nature Fan. I haven't been on any technology that can get me on the internet since I left live. For the purpose of going live. As a result, this live is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. I was just going to send you a link. Elijah Castro, I don't want to be rude, but are you colorblind? Hi, Braden J. Dixon. Nice. Courtney, how am I the worst streamer? You don't even know me. You've never even been in my live before, so what are you talking about? Nice, Elijah. But that's a really rude question anyway. No, you're not. Otherwise, you wouldn't have asked. Tonight, we are looking at things in my collection that could potentially hurt you. I didn't know what else to do. It was either that. No, I'm not starting early. I'm just. No, it was after 6:10 when I started. Or are you talking about the trolls? Elijah Castro, 6911. You do know that coming at somebody for their age is actually against YouTube policy, and I could report you. Yep. So I'll let you leave and I won't report you. Or you can retract your statement and I won't report you. I'll give you to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carrie, if that comment is still up, get rid of it. And when I say get rid of it, I mean get rid of the poster and the person and report them. You may have to scroll up to check. He was talking to them. Hi, Jake. Hi, Christy Soria, FF5ZB. So, tonight, we are talking about things in my collection that potentially could hurt you. Maybe. Even if Christy, goodbye. For the fun of it, we're gonna do this. I do. It's called They're Hidden Behind a Keyboard. It's called They're Hidden Behind a Keyboard, and they think they can get away with stuff. But that's not how reality works. At least not my reality. So there are animals up on the shelf, as well as nature artifacts that I own that are not friendly people, or not friendly to people, and should not be messed with. And we're going to talk about them tonight. The idea is to leave them alone in the first place. Things like tigers. Tigers should not be messed with. You should leave them alone. Don't go into their cages thinking that they're kitty cats and they want to play. That's a no-no. Tigers can hurt you. Leave them alone. Don't take pictures with their babies. That's not cool. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta help bring stuff in. I will be back. What? Yes. Yes. I know. I was getting up. You guys don't give me a chance to grab my coat. Sorry, guys. No, I don't. I think it's sad. They are. And white tigers would not survive in the wild. Two, if they are white, chances are really, really good that they have some kind of defect because of the inbreeding. So breeding for color is just cruel. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They are. Well, not quite. Guys, I'm cold, so I'm going to keep my hood up. No. But they draw people in. Now, the zoos in the United States, they're not supposed to breed them. They can display them, but they can't breed them. Another animal that should just be left alone, not picked up, you shouldn't get close enough to them. And those are rattlesnakes. Now, this happens to be a model. It's a toy. It can't hurt me. This is safe. But yeah, you shouldn't be holding it. What is this? Oh, that's true. Sorry, somebody sent me something. This guy has venom. They can bite. They should not be messed with. So again, white tigers can come from a mother who is not white. But again, typically if these are born in the wild, they don't have the camouflage required to blend in. Chances are really good they would not survive. But still, not something you want to mess with. And my favorite things are these. These are, I believe, crested porcupine quills. The easiest way to not get one of these in you is not to tick off a porcupine. And you'll know that they are cheesed off because they're going to stamp their feet. Oh yes, these are very real. Here, I'll show you. I will show you how real they are. Okay, that's a bag with a magazine in it. It has not been opened, clearly. Without too much pressure. Oh, maybe you can't see that. They will back into you, stomp their feet, and before you know it, you have a porcupine quill in you. And you're probably going to be hurt. So you don't want to do that. Stay away from porcupines. Now, some of them can be friendly. That's a different story. But most people don't have porcupines for pets. Some people do. Some people do. Well, those are African crested porcupines. They're supposed to be that big. But even the little ones are going to hurt. Even the North American porcupine quills are going to hurt. Now, the good thing about the porcupine quills that I was just using, there's no barbs. You can pull those out. The North American porcupines are barbed. If they hit you with them or back up into you, you can pull those out. You probably shouldn't because you could bleed, but have a doctor do it. This is a tarantula, a fake one. But one this size would have really massive fangs. As you can see, that's basically the size of my nail. These guys have no problem smashing through something in defense for themselves. If this were to bite my hand, it could damage nerves, it could damage muscle, and they're venomous. It may not hurt you. It may not hurt you, but it could. And they have, this species would have the ulcerating hairs that, when kicked from the back, can get into your skin, potentially into your eyes. It's going to hurt really bad. Or itch really bad. Oh no. I'm like, I got quills, but they're not in their protected bag. I'm like, where did I put them? I like to know which end is up. Oh wow, that was luck. Gosh darn it, already? Most spiders, the majority of spiders, what is down there? Apparently, chances are that wolf spiders okay, that's better. In some cases, the wolf spider bites, yes, they're venomous because all spiders are venomous, but in many cases, from what I've heard, they sometimes can carry bacteria on their fangs, whatnot. And I know in the United States, we have issues where people get bit by brown recluses, or they think they've been bit by a brown recluse, and in reality, what they have is some type of bacterial skin infection. Snakes, any snake, all snakes can bite, but some snakes you just should not mess with. Sea snakes should not be messed with. How can you tell you have a... Yeah. Yep. The bigger the spider, the bigger the fangs. Sea snakes have... They don't have the usual... They don't have the usual fin or the usual tail. They have a tail that's built like a rudder so that they can move through the water a little bit easier. Their bites, if not taken care of, are fatal. These guys, scorpions, a lot of scorpions, it's gonna hurt. These guys, it's gonna do way more than hurt. This is an African, maybe not African, but Middle Eastern fat tail scorpion. These guys are no joke. They will unalive you. So if you're in the Middle East, don't leave your shoes outside your tents. Check your clothes. It's not the smaller the scorpion. It's the size of their pinchers. Reason being, these guys do not kill. They don't unalive their prey using their pinchers. They unalive it using their venom. And that's what you have to watch out for. Still, though, really good thing to keep in mind is these guys are venomous. Monitor lizards, not just Komodo dragons. We know now that we used to believe that it was bacteria that killed their prey. Scorpion venom make you hallucinate. I've never heard that. It's possible. It's possible. The venom could cause overfiring of neurons, and that could make you hallucinate, but if the neurotoxin that's causing it is that strong, you're probably not going to last. These guys have high I hope I don't think it would work that way. I don't know. I hope not. I wouldn't do it. It sounds really dumb. Hi, A10. Yeah. That could come with sleeping disorders, roving eye movements, muscle twitching, memory impairment, and a total state of confusion that doesn't go away. So these guys, monitor lizards, we have discovered that it is not the bacteria in the mouth that you have to worry about. These guys actually have venom glands. And so a quick bite will cause issues. And all monitor lizards that I know of have this issue. They're all venomous as far as I know. And many of them, especially the ones that are arboreal, meaning they climb trees, have claws that can shred you. They have serious teeth, almost like shark teeth. And they have that tail that can whip you. So leave them alone. Spiders are venomous. All spiders. The difference is that venom strong enough to hurt humans? The good news is the majority of spiders are not strong enough to hurt you. You can be sensitive to the venom, i.e. allergic, and that could cause issues. Iguanas, again, they have long claws. They have a mouth that can bite. More importantly, they have this tail. And that tail can be used like a whip. I've heard stories of talk to your doctor. I don't know. A whip from a iguana, I've heard, can take you to the bone. Stonefish, said to be one of the most venomous fish in the world. Really, really intense pain. I've heard that even the strongest painkillers do not deal very well with that level of pain. The best they can do is treat you and keep you alive. Centipedes. The big ones are the ones that you really have to watch out for. They have modified, I think they're modified claws. I don't know if you can see that right there. I don't know if you can, no, that just blurs it. Oh, wait, right there. That is poison. That's how they administer the poison. Sorry, I got to do that again. These guys can puncture the skin. Their venom really, really, really packs a wallop. It is going to hurt. Not all stingrays. They are. The ones we have are not bad. I said the big centipedes. And by big, I mean anything over 6 inches. Centipedes kill pests. Yes, they're good. House centipedes are not going to hurt you. Our centipedes are not big enough to really hurt you. I don't think there's any in the UK that are really going to hurt you. Arizona, Florida, any place in the southwest to southeast, that could be a different story. Stingrays. Most stingrays have a barb. Those barbs can hurt you. And try not to step on them. I can show you mine. Maybe. Yep. Okay. I'm not going to take these out. But those are stingray barbs. And you can't really see it, but they are covered with little barbs that point backwards. You know, I could have swore I had 4 of these. Maybe I only have 3 of them. Yes, a large stingray. Whoo! We're going to use the magazine cover again so I can show you. This is the plastic bag again. I'm going to do it right here where I did not go through earlier. Actually, I'll do it right here. So it's going to go in. It is in there. That would do damage. They're also venomous on top of that. And they are known to break off in human skin. Oh, shoots. Well, there were 4 of them. Oh, there you can see the spines. Well, I tell you what. It was in the box. It was in the box. And the box was closed. I don't actually. You know what? Actually, I'm going to... If I could, I would lock these up in a safe. But honestly, I'm not worried too much. This is an Asian hornet. Yes, these are the guys that attack bees. These guys are dangerous because obviously they're pretty good sized. But what makes them so dangerous is the fact that they're a wasp. And they're very aggressive in defense. And you don't just get one, you get many. And they are dangerous because of that. Now we get to the fun stuff. Maybe. I love when I do these and I can't find what I'm looking for. Why? Okay. Anyway, we're gonna get to the fun stuff. That's what I'm looking for. These guys are poison arrow frogs. They're brightly colored. That is not there for decoration. That is a warning. It looks like it has bunny ears. Does it not? These guys are brightly colored. And that's a warning. It says, stay away. Don't mess with me. I'm poisonous. They're pretty bold about it. Something that is brightly colored in nature is poisonous. It doesn't want to mess with you. Leave them alone. It doesn't want you messing with it. It doesn't want to mess with you. But if you do, you're going to get knocked. The most terrifying hunter, in my mind, are big cats. Any big cat. Especially this guy. This is a jaguar. These guys have the strongest bite force of any cat. They have found skulls in the range of the puma or the jaguar with holes in them. Sometimes those are done by man. Sometimes they're done by kitty cats. These guys can take my collection only when I bought animals in bulk. I mean, I bought some of these guys in large numbers. And yeah, 130. The real stuff was expensive? Not really. Not really. I don't remember prices now on most of it. To be honest. Um One of my favorite places to shop for weird things is the Bone Room. Because you never know what you're going to find. So, a pack of African porcupine quills is $40. A pack of American porcupine quills is $10. You can get long and skinny ones. The price does go up, but I can get a one pack of large quills for $10. So it just depends on what it is, and you can get stuff fairly inexpensively if you're looking. Big cats tend to be really stealthy hunters, but if you keep in mind that there are things that you can do that can help protect you. Not going to go over those in this live. I have lives how to be safe around. If you watch those lives, it talks about some of that. But big cats, definitely something you don't want to mess with. Most caimans are not necessarily dangerous. There may be a couple. This guy, even the smaller ones, some of them, if they got you in a death roll, they might be able to take a finger. Best not to get bit. Best to just leave them alone. The black caiman, and I think it's the Yakara caiman, they could take a human. So you want to stay away from it. Orcas. Orcas are super intelligent animals. They can work as groups in order to achieve whatever it is that they're working on. The only known human unalivings by killer whales that I know of were captive killer whales. And I like to think that because they were in captivity, there might have been some mental issues. Not saying that they can't take a human, but I've never heard of a wild orca doing so. This is a giant anteater. And they have claws that can really do damage. And they will defend themselves. Hi, Sammy. Yeah. The claws curve backwards and they are hooked. And yes, I remember you. And they do damage. So, Sammy, yes, they will do more than hurt. Sammy, my answer isn't going to change from one live to the next. I don't know why people don't understand English. I mean, yes, I do understand, but no, because eventually what I'm going to do if you keep asking is I'm going to hide you. And then you won't be able to ask me. And trust me, I would. I've done it before, dude. Hi, Cole. You're not exchanging addresses in my live. Not happening. These guys are this is a moose, of course. You guys might call it an elk in English, or in Europe, I should say. These guys are the size of a horse. They can be aggressive, not aggressive, but defensive. When the railroads were first going through the United States, they were known to attack the trains. I don't think so. Well, yeah. Yeah, an adult moose can be bigger than a horse. I just always sort of assumed that they were the same size. But an adult moose, a bull from Alaska, can be 6 to 7 feet at the shoulder. The average riding horse is 5.5 feet. But oh, so by the time you take into account the antlers, you're looking at 10 feet, plus the head is above the shoulders. So you're looking at, the animal could literally be looking down at you from 8 to 9 feet. Deer typically don't use their antlers to fight humans, although they can. They will also kick. That's going to be their main defense, is kick. And these guys can weigh up to 1,800 pounds. That much force being put at somebody can hurt somebody. Now, keep in mind that these guys can be found in Europe. They can be found in Canada and Alaska. So they're not just in Canada. They're also in the United States. Even a red deer, an elk, or a white-tailed deer can be dangerous. They kick too. And they have antlers. So it's best to leave them alone. Okay, guys, we are over by a few minutes. I'm going to call live because I still have stuff to do tonight. I messed up earlier. I don't know if you picked up on that. But I was not supposed to do the extra live earlier, that was an accident, but it was okay because it was. This was thrown together last minute. So I hope you guys learned something new or got reminded about something. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.